It has been 9 months since Irvo Otieno died while being transported to a hospital for a mental health crisis, and 1 year since Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin rolled out his Right Help Right Now initiative. Youngkin saying the Commonwealth is coming out of a mental health crisis, and his plan is part of a mission to transform the state's mental health services. You're watching 8 News at 11. I'm Eric Phillips.
I'm Deanna Albritton. The death of Irvo Otieno is now the driving force behind a potential new law.
Virginia's governor saying the legislation could help make a dent in the state's growing mental health crisis and could have saved Otieno's life back in March. 8 News reporter Nicole Danzler joining us live now in Henrico with the very latest on this. Nicole, good evening.
Well, Eric, Deanna, it's one of Governor Glenn Youngkin's several efforts to reform the state's mental health system. He's looking at giving families the right to see their loved ones while in a crisis.
This week, Governor Glenn Youngkin unveiling his agenda focused on improving mental health. At a press conference Thursday, Youngkin announced various reforms, including submitting a bill that would give families and caregivers access to their loved ones in crisis while receiving a mental health evaluation in an emergency room.
In these moments of crisis, often being around someone who you know and who you love, who cares for you, helps prevent or de-escalate a dangerous situation.
The family of Irvo Otieno, a 28-year-old Henrico County man who died in March while in custody, stood beside Youngkin to support what would be named Irvo's Law. They've been advocating for mental health reforms that prevent what happened to Otieno. On March 3rd, Henrico police placed Otieno under an emergency custody order after receiving a mental health call about him. Officers took him to the hospital where Otieno's mother says she was denied access to him. Police say he became assaultive, so officers took him to jail. Days later, Otieno was taken to Central State Hospital in Dinwiddie to be admitted, but he died before treatment. Mark Crutis, the Otieno's family attorney, weighs in.
We believe that had she been able to see her son, the whole situation could have been calmed down. She could have established that relationship, the rapport between both the doctor, the officers present at the hospital, and her son.
Youngkin believes next year this proposed bill will get overwhelming bipartisan support. Meanwhile, the family says they plan on meeting with the new Dinwiddie Commonwealth's attorney to make sure the 8 people indicted for murder in Otieno's death will be prosecuted. Live in Henrico tonight, Nicole Danzler, 8 News.